my astrology course, which is called Star Wisdom. You get all the skills and the language you need to read a chart. It is unique. I don't know of another, I'd love to know if there was one, but I don't know of another astrology course that is done in 10 lessons and will give you everything you need to know to read a chart. You just have to practice. But particularly what I've done with this course is I wanted to design it for very busy people, so it's nice and short, and basically you're only committing an hour of your time a week to watching a video and coming on a call, 1 hour a week or in total. But I also wanted it's for people who have creative minds, appreciate visual imagery and can get something from it, because the style of charts that I use is very, very different to other astrology schools' charts. Mine are called the Huber style chart, and they're very much based in color and shape and require an intuitive response. It's not at all about rote learning, this course. There's very little rote learning. It's all about intuition. Astrology it's a language, and it's basically just got 12 letters, although we don't call them letters, we call them archetypes. And those relate to the 12 signs and to all the planets. And in fact, it's because it's a symbolic language. It's a little bit, like we have letters for the alphabet. So we have symbols for astrology. When we write an astrological thing down, it's being written down as symbols, and they can look a little bit like, hieroglyphs. But you very quickly learn to understand what those symbols mean. And the whole idea is that you start to understand how to embody that symbol, how to understand what the archetype of that symbol is. And effectively, there are only 12, and we've all got them, we all know them. It's just a matter of saying, oh yeah, that one is that archetype, and oh yeah, that one is that one. So it's definitely a process of self-discovery as well. Astrology, what we're doing is we're looking at the position of the planets in the heavens, because they're always moving and they form patterns. And we believe as astrologers that those patterns are in everything. They affect everything. My personal belief is that they impact the water. Of course, 99% of our molecules in our bodies are water, and obviously we live on a water planet. And if you believe, as it's now thought, that water is consciousness, then those patterns, those astronomical patterns, are imprinting. They're affecting the consciousness of water all the time. Most astrology courses, they're very, very long, and they're very expensive. And of course, most people just go, I can't do it. Too much. So what I've done is I've broken it down into just 10 steps so that anybody could then read the map of of our solar system. It starts with 10 20-minute video lessons. So you get one of those every 2 weeks. You can watch it as often as you like. It's in YouTube. I explain the lesson as simply as I can. I've got some props that I use. And in fact, every lesson is taught by a planet. So the planets are like the subpersonalities. So we each had them. We've each got 10 subpersonalities, and each planet represents one of them, like Mercury represents communication. So in the Mercury lesson, you'll be learning about how to look for the communication skills in the chart. Each planet teaches a different lesson, and the skill that you learn will be aligned with the energy of that planet. It's like that's basically what that planet does, if you like. And then each planet rules a sign, sometimes two, And so then the signs become aligned with the planets, and then each sign rules a house, so that the topic of the house becomes aligned with the planet. So you basically, you just got these 12 archetypes, 10 planets and 12 signs to learn. Start with the elements, just knowing which ones are fire, which are air, and which are earth. It gives you so much information already. And then with that, you'll get the bonus video on how to actually create your own free charts. You can store up to 100 in the program for free, and you do it on your phone or your laptop, Android or Apple, doesn't matter. And then there are 10 one-hour group coach calls. They happen every 2 weeks, where you can ask questions about the video if you didn't understand something or you want me to go over it again. We often do look at individual charts because there's only 6 of you in the group. We got time to look at every single person's chart with reference to that lesson, and you get support, etc. So these are every 2 weeks, and as a group, the 7 of us, we decide on a time that suits everyone. And then also you get a WhatsApp group where, again, you can ask questions and answers. It's where I will put the links in for the lessons and the recordings of the group coaching calls. And also I will put charts in there and crib sheets that you can download to keep. And then you get a 90-minute minimum, usually about 2 hours, personal reading. And it's a little bit different to the readings that I would do normally when someone says, you know, I'd like a chart reading, because what I do, I wouldn't normally go through every single thing when I'm working with someone over something that they're looking to process or work through. But in this reading, I go through every single one of the lessons that you're learning and apply that to your chart. So you can see how the whole thing then comes together as an entirety. So this is what you get: 10 20-minute video lessons, 10 one-hour group coaching calls, your own personal reading, and it takes 20 weeks of your time. So the next one's going to start at the end of October. And as I said, it's a 1-hour call every 2 weeks, the evening of the group's choice. Now, I see this as an investment, and hopefully the vast majority of people who do take on courses do see these as investments. And I love this quote: invest in yourself to the point that it makes someone else want to invest in you. In learning astrology, it's a really valuable addition to whatever your skill set is. You know, if you work with people in any way, even as a parent, to know your children's charts or your partner's charts is invaluable. To see how they relate together. That's actually the lesson that Mercury teaches. How do these two charts talk to each other? It's also a personal development boost because you're going to be deep diving into your own chart. You know, you're going to be seeing things that you've forgotten about, or that you weren't aware were being expressed in this way or that way, you know, that you just weren't very conscious of them. Also, Mars teaches a technique on how to use the chart as a clock, and it kicks in when it hits your planets, and you just get this boost of energy that you can then do something with, you can create something with, you can bring down that visualization and manifest it with. But you have to know it's coming, so you have to know your own chart. And also, because I'm a spiritual astrologer, then along the way you'll be getting a lot of spiritual training as well. If you're interested in joining at the end of October, and at the moment the prices are still just getting up a little bit and starting to realize that actually what I'm offering is so valuable, don't expect that price next year. If you're interested, message me and book a call. And also, I'm very happy to do installments. If you're not already in the Starlight Lounge, this is my gift to you, where you get my astrology tip every day in the Starlight Lounge group. It means you don't have to go searching for it in Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever it is that you're looking for it. It just pops immediately into your WhatsApp every day. And if you point your phone at that QR code, it will take you straight into the group.